Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and the rest of the Golden State Warriors are only NBA champions because of one injury. No, not Kyrie or Kevin Love in the 2015 finals. Sorry, LeBron. It happened a couple years before that, before they were even considered title contenders. Without this injury, the Warriors would have probably never made the finals, and Steph may have never won either of his MVPs. Heck, he might have not been a Warrior any longer if it didn't happen, and LeBron would have probably won 2 more rings, making his GOAT case even stronger. All that really just from one injury? Yep, it was that big. But just who are we talking about? Well, let's take it back to 2014 when Steph Curry's co-star wasn't Klay or Draymond just yet. It was David Lee, a walking double-double who was a multi-time All-Star at that point in his career. That was one of the team's leaders in the offseason of 2014. The Dubs were shifting the regime after letting go of Mark Jackson. They welcomed Steve Kerr, who has won multiple rings as a player but hasn't proven anything as a coach just yet. And for him, everyone had a clean slate on that team, which meant you had to impress Kerr in training day one. And unfortunately for Lee, he got injured that preseason, which sat him out the majority of the year. But in his absence, Kerr brought on a young and unproven Draymond Green to run his point. And if you weren't a Dubs fan, you probably had no idea what this guy could do, other than humble Paul Pierce. But it's turning out a blessing in disguise for Kerr, Steph Curry, and the rest of the Warriors. With David Lee sitting in 24 of his first 25 games, Green led the team to a 22-3 start, facilitating the offense and anchoring the defense. It wasn't long before Golden State realized what they had on their hands. A versatile Swiss Army knife that could do it all. Even after Lee returned from the injury, Draymond kept his starting role and was quickly becoming the heart and soul of the team. His breakout year helped Steph take the next step in his game and win league MVP. The Warriors also were able to unleash their small ball depth lineup. That's only possible because Draymond could guard guys twice his size. Lee, meanwhile, accepted a lesser role and contributed off the bench in the playoffs. The Warriors rolled to 67 wins in Draymond's first year as a starter and completed the dream season with a title. You know the rest. 73-win season, Steph goes from superstar to all-time great. Klay turns into one of the best two-way players in the league. Draymond anchors one of the best defenses in the league. KD joins them. A dynasty is born. But let's rewind for a second. What if David Lee never got injured in the 2014 preseason? He would have played out the year. Draymond would still be wasting away on the bench, never discovering his potential, and could have been cut or traded. The Dubs also wouldn't have won the title, any of them. And without the powerhouse Warriors, LeBron would have piled up a few more rings and would have a stronger case in the GOAT debate, if not for seemingly disastrous injury in the 2014 preseason that ended up kickstarting an NBA dynasty.